YouTube? This is me, Asian Dave, aka Fanatic for Jesus. I'm coming here right now to do part 2 of my video response titled My Thoughts About the James White versus David Silverman debate. Um, yeah, so I already watched most of the debate when I made my response in the first video. So this video, I'm just gonna be pretty much talking about the Q&A part pretty much. The Q&A wasn't really that exciting. It was kind of boring. The whole entire debate on David Silverman's side just summed up to David Silverman saying that he just continues saying that the New Testament is evil because he himself thinks it's evil. And he just said that's his personal opinion. But like James White said, they didn't need to come there for a debate just for him to assert his mere opinion. It just sounds like it was just a waste of time. Honestly, I think this just shows how stupid David Silverman is. Like, anybody who takes David Silverman seriously after watching that debate must be a moron too. Because Dr. James White literally just knocked the floor with David Silverman. But yeah, David Silverman just kept on asserting that it's his mere opinion that the New Testament is evil. But like Dr. James White pointed out time after time after time, according to a naturalistic, materialistic perspective, David Silverman has no grounds to even say anything's evil to begin with. He cannot even define what evil is according to his naturalistic perspective. So that's why he's reduced to just saying, oh, the New Testament is evil because he thinks it's evil, which is just absurd. Like, why should we, according to a naturalistic perspective, why should we accept what he says is evil, based on his own authority? David Silverman just pretty much just wasted everybody's time when it came into the debate, honestly. I don't remember all the questions that was asked in the Q&A because, I watched part of the Q&A yesterday and I had to take a break because I went to this convention that was taking place here in Colorado. It's the American Conservatives of Color, formerly known as the Rocky Mountain Black Conservatives, put this together. They hosted a debate with some of the Colorado candidates who were running for U.S. Senate. They invited people from different political parties, but only 4 people actually showed up. One guy, he dropped out the night before because of some stuff he got into. Anyways, that's off topic. But I did upload some videos about that debate last night. So if you're interested, you can go check them out. Just type in Colorado debate for U.S. Senate. Or you can also go on my channel and find it. But anyways, about this debate between Dr. James White and David Silverman. I just finished it today, the Q&A part. And one of the questions that David Silverman was asked was, does he have a soul? Now, assuming that question was asked in a very good-hearted way, like James White said, from a naturalistic perspective, David Silverman can't even begin to even talk about the existence of the human soul because his worldview doesn't allow it. According to the naturalistic perspective, we're just a bunch of morons, and we're just, Jeff Durbin, as Jeff Durbin would say, we're just stardust, pretty much. We're just a bunch of morons flying in my brain, we're just stardust. So from a naturalistic perspective, the atheist cannot even begin to even talk about the human soul. So, because he can't account for it. But David Silverman was most of the questions were directed towards David Silverman. Unfortunately, so we had to hear David Silverman talk most of the time, which is unfortunate because we didn't really get a chance to hear Dr. James White talk. Oh, another thing, David Silverman, he keeps on harping on this whole idea that somehow Christianity evolved from pagan religions, which James White has debunked that myth over and over again. He's debated other people who's tried saying that. He's refuted them. Really, the only place you ever find that myth has been debunked for a long time now. The only place you ever see that coming up anymore is like on internet blogs or whatever. But no serious person in academia takes that myth seriously because to say that Christianity evolved from pagan myths is just patently absurd. And Dr. James White explains that better than I could ever. So if you want, you can watch. He did a debate with Dan Barker about that very specific topic, and James White just mopped the floor with Dan Barker too. But the highlight of that debate was actually James White was actually about to quote something Dan Barker said in his book Godless. Dan Barker had an issue with it because he said he recanted something he said in the book, but yet that book was still on the shelves and that book was on sale at that very debate. So to object to something James White was about to quote from his own book is just ludicrous. But yeah, that was a funny part of that debate. But yeah, in that debate, Dr. James White refused the whole myth that Christianity evolved from pagan myths. So anyone who tells you that is just either lying, either they're dishonest, or they're just completely ignorant of the facts. One of the two. What else? Oh, another question I was directed to David Silverman was how, pretty much talking about, what does he find, or how does he account for beauty or something like that. And again, Dr. James White points out that from a naturalistic point of view, the atheist cannot even begin to talk about beauty. The atheist cannot account for beauty. And it makes sense. Like James White said, if you listen to a beautiful song, will that song be beautiful 10 minutes after you die? And the answer obviously would be yes. And beauty is transcendent. Beauty is outside of human existence. So it's not dependent on humans. It's something that's beautiful is going to be beautiful even after we're dead. And from the atheistic, naturalistic perspective, they cannot account for beauty. And yeah, so the whole time, and then the final question was about truth. And again, from James White pointed out that from our perspective, from the Christian theistic perspective, we can account for truth because God is true. So truth presupposes God. When we're thinking our thoughts after God's thoughts, that's the best way to honor and glorify Him. That's why James White said Christians should make an effort to think logically, think with clarity, and to pretty much think our thoughts after Him, because that's the best way to honor and glorify Him. And from the atheistic, naturalistic perspective, David Silverman or any atheist cannot account for how they know truth, because truth is objective. Truth presupposes God, because God is true. So pretty much the conclusion of the debate was that from an atheistic, naturalistic perspective, David Silverman failed to establish that the New Testament is evil because he has no grounds, no objective ground to say anything is evil. And I remember in the debate, what did he say? He said, don't minimize morality just because morality is relative. Well, that's exactly what happens when you say morality is relative. You're minimizing morality. So when you say morality is relative, pretty much morality becomes arbitrary. It just becomes a matter of mere opinion. So when you say things such as slavery is evil, that's just your mere opinion. It'll be like if I said I like chocolate ice cream and you like vanilla ice cream, and then you turn around and say that I'm evil for liking chocolate ice cream. Like, that's on the same level as that when you say morality is evil. So when you say slavery is evil, you're pretty much saying that you personally don't like slavery, but someone else might like slavery. And it's just like, I like chocolate, you like vanilla. That's exactly what happens when you say morality is relative. Now, do we think that people like David Silverman and other atheists really think morality is arbitrary? No, because they know that God is real. They know that God truly exists. They're not atheists. They know the truth about God. But since they hate God, what they're doing is suppressing that knowledge, but they cannot live consistently with their own worldview. So, because their worldview demands morality to be relative and arbitrary, but they know better. They know that it's not. So despite what they say, what they know is completely different. And there was a part in there David Silverman was asked about abortion, because throughout the debate he keeps harping on the idea that it's evil to say babies are burning in hell. So the questioner asked, if it's evil for babies to burn in hell, shouldn't you be against abortion if abortion sending babies to hell? And David Silverman says, well, when you talk about babies before they're born, they're not babies, they're fetuses. And James White, in his very snarky, James White responded in the only way, it's just James White, he's very snarky. He responded the best response ever. He said, it's interesting when he says that before the baby's born, it's not a baby, it's a fetus. The Latin word fetus means baby, so he's saying it's not a it's not a baby, it's a baby. But on a serious note, from a naturalistic, atheistic perspective, so again, the atheist cannot even begin to talk about whether or not abortion is wrong, good or bad. It's just a matter of mere opinion. The atheist should not have any problem with babies being murdered before or after, because it's not really relative. It's not really, there's nothing really wrong with it if the baby's murdered before or after it's born, according to an atheistic, naturalistic perspective. As a matter of fact, it could be argued from the naturalistic, atheistic perspective that someone could want to kill their baby because it has some kind of genetic defect that they didn't desire, and to have another baby just so they can make sure but the babies that they have that are good, that have no kind of defects, will continue to grow, and they can pass on their good genetics instead of their bad genetics. That would be good according to a naturalistic, atheistic perspective. Also, from a naturalistic, atheistic perspective, it would be good for a guy to go out there and spread his seed in multiple women because it's causing his genes and like in multiple places, and then it can grow more. And another thing, the whole idea of morality being arbitrary, according to a naturalistic atheistic perspective. So, if I went around and I said, and I honestly believe that murdering David Silverman and his family was morally right, and I got enough people around me to have a consensus view that murdering David Silverman and his wife and his children was morally wrong. According to the naturalistic atheistic perspective, we would be just in what we decide is morally right. Now, we know better than that because we know that God exists. People that try and deny that God exists, their worldview is reduced to foolishness and absurdity. That's why it says in 1 Corinthians that the message of the cross, which is the central aspect of the gospel, it says the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to those who are being saved, it is the power of God and the wisdom of God. Because the natural man cannot understand the things of the gospel. The natural man is incompetent when it comes, because the natural man doesn't want to understand. The natural man, the unregenerate man, is suppressing the truth of the knowledge of God, and they're reduced to absurdity. Now, my prayer is that David Silverman and any other atheists out there will take this message. Well, actually listen to what James White had to say, or other Christians have to say, and actually take it seriously, and to examine their own beliefs. Like David Silverman accused James White of not thinking critically and not actually examining the Bible and not taking other religions into account. Whereas anybody who knows Dr. James White will know that's patently wrong, and it's absurd to even say that. But that was a dishonest claim David Silverman made against James White. But again, according to a naturalistic perspective, there's nothing wrong with being dishonest, really. But the idea isn't to make David Silverman look stupid. Like, honestly, we really do want David Silverman and other atheists to come to a knowledge of saving faith. And we realize that faith is a gift from God. If David Silverman or any other atheist dies tomorrow in their unbelief, they will, they stand condemned. Well, they stand condemned already. But they're not condemned because of unbelief in Jesus. They're condemned because of their own sinfulness and rebellion against God, against the God they know to be true. But, yeah, that kind of got off track. Anyways, I think that anybody who watches that debate could tell that James White clearly won that debate, hands down. It was it was over before it even began. But anyways, that's all I have to say about that. If you have any comments, please feel free to comment below. And as always, rate and subscribe. Deuces.